Hey everybody, it's Lady Di Saves, and I'm just going to do a little meal prep video here. Let me get my tools. So I don't think I've ever done this before. I really can't remember. I've done like videos on smoothies. Oh wow, I'm burning the sausage already. So I've been meal prepping, and what I like to do is meal prep breakfast and dinner because those are easy. So this is my meal prep breakfast. This one is for Cheyenne. Someone asked about a tutorial, or not a tutorial. I'm doing a tutorial on meal prepping, but they asked about a recipe. So I'll just tell you for Cheyenne's, we like the Great Value fully cooked spicy pork sausage patties. These are so yummy. And Cheyenne and I both like spicy things. So does Farm Boy, but he can't always have them. All I do is cook the egg. Well, I'll show you how I cook the egg. I use this little tool here. It makes a nice little round egg, folds up, and you just set it in the pan, if you can see. I scramble the eggs. I don't do anything fancy. I just scramble one egg. I set it in the pan when it's all warm. I put a little butter in there, pour the scrambled eggs in there, and it forms and makes a little circle. Love it. Then I put cheese on top of that. This one's been in the fridge for a while. The cheese is all melted, but I put cheese on top of that and then the sausage on top of that on a English muffin. So that's what I do for Cheyenne. And she'll probably be coming to get this pretty soon. Okay, and for Farm Boy, he tries to not eat pork because he has a histamine intolerance. So I buy turkey sausages from Costco. That's what's warming up in the pan here. They're fully cooked, so they just need to be warmed up. And then I'm just gonna scramble enough eggs, probably about 2 or 3 per burrito. I'm going to make him breakfast burritos. So today is Wednesday. I didn't get a chance to get this started at the beginning of the week, but that's okay. We'll just begin on Wednesday and we'll make Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think we'll make 5 burritos, which means I'm going to get this and put at least 10 eggs. I'll see how many eggs I have because you know how expensive eggs are. So Farm Boy likes his eggs different ways, but you know what? He's just gonna get what's fast and easy, and scrambled is the fastest for me. So I got this cute, I'm so used to doing savings challenges. That cracked me up. That was automatic pilot, you guys. I got this handy dandy egg organizer thing that I keep in my fridge and I absolutely love it. I also have, this is the one I keep in the fridge that I'm using all the time daily. I'll show it to you in a second. So this one goes up in the door in my fridge. It has no top. That way I can put the 12 eggs here and then I can put more on top. I will demonstrate. I hope you can't see my face, you guys, because I didn't even brush my hair this morning when I got up. So I will fast forward this, me putting the eggs in this. Normally I don't put plastic things on my stove, but I know this is off. You have to be very careful about that. So this is why I like the open kind for in the top door, the top section where you put eggs in a fridge, because I can stack more than a dozen in here. Love this little thing. I think I found this one at Goodwill actually, but then I found some other ones at Ross, and I'll show you those. I love them for storing extra eggs. And that is these. They have a lid, and it's more than 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's 14 eggs. And back when our friend would bring us eggs, he has chickens, we would sometimes have like 8 dozen eggs here. So I needed a place to store them, and these were perfect. I can stack them in the refrigerator, and I can fit like 4 in a shelf just on one skinny side. Love these things. Now that eggs are so expensive and we're not getting eggs from our friend at the moment, these are just in storage because I can't buy that many eggs right now. We actually eat a lot of eggs. So I do have these kind of pans with the non-stick. I like them. But I love my cast iron pans. It's so much better for you to cook with cast iron. I think I'm going to use my cast iron for Farm Boy. These are just Lodge cast iron pans, the kind you get at, you know, Target, Fred Meyer. This one is just a no brand. It just says number 5, 8.5 inch. I like this one so much. I found this at Goodwill years ago, and it's flat. It's not bumpy inside like the Lodge. So I really like this. I don't know if you can see how flat it is, but man, that's slicker than snot in there. I love that pan. I wish I had a big one. So let's continue to crack the eggs. I'll fast forward this. So I'm doing 3 eggs each because Farm Boy needs the protein, and eggs are one of the best things for him to eat with his histamine intolerance. Now, back when I was buying the greens, you guys, you know me and the greens, I've been terrible. It's so much work, so I haven't wanted to buy them, and I really need to. I would also include greens in the eggs when I cook them. I need to get this started, so I'm going to turn on my skillet to probably about a little over medium. I like it to get pretty warm. Look, butter makes everything better. And I am not afraid of butter. Like the Pioneer woman says, don't be afraid of butter. So I'm going to wait till that heats up a bit. And now you guys, this is going to look like a lot of butter. It's about a tablespoon, but that's a lot of eggs. And I don't want it to stick. If you have cast iron, you know you got to butter it up. So basically, it's not fancy. We eat very simple here. I don't even have these kinds of things because I don't want muffins or tortillas because the carbs are too much for my middle-aged body. So I basically just have, sometimes I skip sausage because I'm not a huge fan of sausage. I love the spicy sausage though, and I need to put this back in the fridge. But I'll just eat a couple eggs with a little bit of cheese on it. That's what I do. So I just cook up the eggs, and then I heat up a tortilla, and I put the eggs, sausage in the tortilla and roll it up. Today, I'm doing something special though for Farm Boy. I'm gonna put this back in the fridge. So just so you know, you will see me clean as I go. I am very much a clean as I go cook. I don't like cooking. I like baking, but I don't really like cooking. But I like to clean as I go. How about you guys? Are you clean as you go, or make a disaster and clean it all up later? I'm a clean as I go. So last night I cut up sweet potatoes, like fries, in little fry sections. I put them in a big bowl, drizzle a little olive oil on it. Not olive oil, avocado oil. I use either avocado or olive oil. And then I put garlic salt, and then I put a little bit of cumin. I love cumin on everything. Cumin is such a yummy spice. Absolutely love it. But it's really good making sweet potato fries in the air fryer. I'm pointing over there because my air fryer is right there. So I thought it'd be good to take the leftovers from last night and take a couple of them and put them in his breakfast burrito because I think he'll really like that. And they're kind of salty. I put a little too much garlic salt in them, so it'll give it a really good salty taste. So I think we're ready to put the butter in. I don't like to put the butter in a little like too soon because we'll end up with brown butter eggs, which I don't mind. I love brown butter. It is a wonderful nutty flavor. Here it is. I was off looking for this. So I'm just gonna get the butter all spread about. If I feel like I need more, I will put more. Incidentally, Farm Boy hates butter. Never liked it all his life, but he doesn't mind it in things cooked like this, so he won't mind this. So it's nice and bubbly and hot, so now I'm going to pour the eggs in. Oh, it could have been hotter. I like to get my pan pretty hot, but we'll just let that sit and cook a little on the bottom. And give him some salt, not too much. And oh, he doesn't use pepper because he's a poor little farm boy with a histamine intolerance, and pepper will sometimes trigger that. Okay, that needs to sit a little while longer. I'll fast forward it until we get to the point where it's ready. So while that's getting ready, I'm going to take out my sausage and put them on a plate. Technically, I probably didn't even need to heat them up because they're fully cooked, except they were frozen, so they did need to be warmed up. They're fully cooked, so they're just going in the burrito to be reheated again. And to reheat these, I try not to use the microwave as much as possible. I'll probably heat up Cheyenne's muffin, whatever those are called, sausage, biscuit, muffin, whatever, in the microwave this morning. But Farm Boys, I wrap in tin foil and I have a pizza stone in my oven. I kind of like keep it in there always. And just set it on the pizza stone, wrapped in foil, and for about 20 minutes, about 350 degrees, 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, and then it's nicely heated up. So this is a little small, but I'm going to use it anyway to heat up my tortillas since I have so many eggs in here. Normally, I push the eggs to one side. I'll demonstrate that. It's like 1 in the afternoon or something like that, and I'm still drinking my morning coffee. Normally, to make things, not dirty, I'm like all about not dirtying the kitchen. I'll scramble my eggs, move them to the side, take the tortilla and put it here, let it heat up one side, and then flip it over to the other side, or just lay the other half over the already cooked eggs and then just move it that way. And then it heats up right in the same pan. But I'm going to use this today, and I don't know if you can see. This gets hot sometimes. I need to get my little handy dandy thing. I knit this. It's wool. I can stick it on my thing, but I also need, look, Cheyenne made me this when she was about, I don't know, like 7 or 8 years old. It's a little holder for my kitchen. Isn't that cute? So I just set it in there. That'll heat it up just fine. This is on low, and so I better not put that in too early though. So I'm going to set that aside, but that's how I'm going to heat up my tortillas, just to soften them so that I can roll them easier. So this should be ready now to move over. Let me bring you closer. There, now you have an up close view of eggs cooking. I hope you enjoy it. So I just move it over like that and then let it cook some more. And I'll fast forward the in between cooking and moving and cooking. You can see it bubbling now. It's nice and hot. Move it over again. Let it cook some more. I love my cast iron pan so much, you guys. I had like this, I'm gonna roll the burritos on this. I had like this mental block because it's not hard to clean them, but you do it differently. So basically after this, I'll use a little scraper and scrape it off, and then get my water the hottest I can get it, and then use a brush and clean it. I don't use soap. I know that's debatable. You know, back in the day, it was like never use soap on your cast iron pans. But now I think it's not as, I forget the word I was going to use, but you know, it's not as horrible to use soap on cast iron pans for the younger generation, I guess. I'm not going to do it. I want to keep them nice and seasoned. So I will scrape off the big parts, and then I will look how seasoned my pan is. Look at that. I love it, you guys. I love this pan so much. Eggs do not even stick. And I made a huge mistake one day with this, but I didn't ruin it. I have different oils and stuff, and I accidentally, you guys, oh, let me show you. So I also have some really nice wood cutting boards, and I need to scramble these while I'm talking. So I was seasoning my pan, and I think it was shortly after my son died, and I was just like a walking zombie and wasn't thinking straight. So I was seasoning my pan, and I put mineral oil in it by accident. It did not say cutting boards on it. I wrote that after, like, don't use it in your cast iron, lady died. So I researched it. It's food safe. It's not going to hurt me, but it wasn't seasoning the pan, and I put it in like twice, and I'm like, what is wrong with this? It's weird. It's not doing what it normally does. And I put mineral oil in it, but it worked. I mean, it didn't work to season it, but it didn't destroy my pan. It was kind of weird and a little bit not seasoned for a little while, but I used it a lot. Cheyenne, there's your breakfast.
Yummy,
Cheyenne just walked in. So I needed to, it's just after time of seasoning it and using this pan a lot, it finally got back to normal. So, you know, you can make mistakes with cast iron, but it comes back to life, and I am so thankful that I didn't completely ruin this pan, although all I would have to do is buy another one for 35 bucks, I guess. So, but you kind of get attached to your cast iron. It's a weird thing. Mini meals. Oh, one of the things that I noticed since I put the mineral oil in it, I don't know if you can see it. I don't think it'll hurt us, but sorry, I pointed at that. If you can see the little specks, it is putting out little specks of something there in the food, which my other pans don't do. But I think I hope it's okay. I hope it's okay. It used to do that a lot. Now it's only doing it a tiny bit, like you saw. It almost looks like a tiny bit of pepper. So these are going well. And so I've already got one tortilla out. Let me get the other 4 so I don't get mixed up and do too many. I got so much stuff over there. And I could probably just set it on here and it would heat up enough to soften it up. So I'm going to turn this down now that they're pretty much scrambled. Farm Boy really likes eggs. I think it's called over easy too, or maybe fried eggs or something like that, where you put it in a hot pan, pour water in the pan and put a lid on it, and then it cooks it, but the middle is runny. He really likes eggs like that. So I'm just going to move these over. And I'm heating the tortillas over here, just warming them up. And now I have to be careful that I only do, I divide it. Ooh, I almost burned myself. That I divide it in 5 sections. And that can be tricky. Let me set up to roll over here. Okay, so I have 1 tortilla with some scrambled eggs, 2 pieces of sausage, and I think it looks like I have enough there to put maybe 3 in. And I just fold it over, fold it in. Ooh, this one's not quite soft enough, but we'll work with it. And yeah, this one's not soft enough. And fold it down. And then I'm going to stuff them in a Ziploc bag and use them in the future. So the heating up of the tortillas makes it much easier to fold them nicely. But that works. I have so much junk over here. Oh my gosh. Okay, next tortilla. This one's a little bit warmer, so that should be better. Spread some eggs out. Let's see. Sometimes, can you see the pan there? Barely. Sometimes I divide it in the thing to give myself an idea of how much I need to put. So I've made 1 and I want to make 5. So I'm on 2. So there's 3. So 2 can get a little more eggs. That was probably a little too much eggs. So I've made 2, and then we've got 3, 4, 5. And I might use a couple more in this one. So there, now I'm divided up pretty evenly, kind of. So 2 sausages will go in this. This warm tortilla made my plastic thing bow a little bit. And 3 of those, and let's fold it up. Fold, fold, and get back in there a little egg. And fold. Very nice breakfast burrito. All ready for Farm Boy. One of these is going to him today. Because why not? They're hot and ready. Okay, this next one I'm going to put on a plate for Farm Boy. So here we go. Here's the third one. This is a good amount of eggs. I was being stingy to Farm Boy a while ago when eggs were like $8 a dozen or whatever they were, and he only got 2 eggs. And I was like, sorry, inflation, it's all you get. And he looked like a poor puppy dog. This is a much better amount for a healthy old man. I was going to say young man.
A healthy old man?
Healthy old man. Here you go, Farm Boy.
Okay, let me finish making my tea first. Yeah. An old man with a healthy girth.
An old man with a healthy what?
Girth.
Okay, so here's a burrito ready, and I put a little surprise in there.
You put a surprise in there? Did you put like a potato or something?
Yeah, I put the leftover sweet potatoes.
Did you heat them up first?
Oh, I did not actually.
Uh-oh. Nothing
Here.
like cold potatoes.
Here.
Warm eggs.
How am I going to heat this up? I'll heat these up for you and make you a different one.
Okay.
Well, they're probably heated up just from sitting in the tortilla, you know.
Yes, but I like to have those nice warm tortillas. They warm up my fingers.
Well, no, the tortilla is heated up, but I don't think the little potato is. Do you care if the potato is not? Oh, I almost lost an egg. Okay, next time I'm not using this plastic tray. We don't want to heat plastic up and get plastics in your burritos, and it's obviously warm enough that it's making it bow and making it hard to navigate. I really hope my sound's on, or this video is going to be like, here, I think this would heat up the...
Cheyenne hasn't had her breakfast.
Where are you going?
Cheyenne, the breakfast is on the table.
They didn't heat up very much. And the sausage is cold now too, so Farm Boy's just gonna have to live with it. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit around here. I'm so horrible. Okay, Farm Boy.
But I need a plate. It doesn't look like you got a plate there.
I'll let you choose which one. This one's been sitting the longest, so it might be, they're both super warm.
Yeah, I need something that'll... okay. Thank you.
This one's hot off the thing. Is it warmer?
No, this is fine.
Okay.
This will do.
So I have 4 more here for the rest of the week. And maybe Sunday or Monday. So 4 fit in a bag nicely. I kind of don't want to freeze my meal preps right now. I've been doing more fresh ones. So, and then I'll just, maybe I should make another one. Darn, I should have gone ahead and made another one. I'll save those for something. Let me turn off the burners. So that's how I make meal prep. I want to keep them more fresh. So I've been making meal preps just for a week instead of like a month or 2 weeks or something and putting them in the freezer. Besides, I don't have a lot of freezer space at the moment. And so for dinners, maybe I'll do a meal prep my dinner also, because I actually need to do that today. I have chicken. I usually just do chicken, a vegetable, some rice for them, not for me, Farm Boy and Cheyenne, because I can't do rice. I like it, but I'll gain weight with rice, and sometimes sweet potatoes. And so that is my breakfast meal prep. I hope you enjoyed that. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.